Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everyone. My name is NURUL ZAHRA binti ZULKARNAY and I am from Sekolah Kebangsaan PAUH. My hobby is reading and drawing. At school, I am a chief librarian and also a member of Kelab Dr. Muda and Jamrut Club. Apart from doing my duty at the library, I also join a lot exciting extracurricular activities at school. My highest achievement is in National Jump Rope competition that was held in Taman Tasik Situangsa, Kuala Lumpur on October the 1st, 2022. My second achievement is my team has become MSSB's Touch Rugby Champion in under 12 girls category. Dear friends, do you know Walt Disney? He is a billionaire who owns Disneyland. He once said there are more treasure in books than all the pirate loots on Treasure Island. This means from reading, we could gain lots of knowledge which could be beneficial to our future. Then, I would like to share one of my favorite storybooks entitled The Man Who Moved the Mountain. This is written by Dr. Y.T. Young and Maureen Hu, and also translated by Caroline Gann. It has 24 pages that was published by Golden Nexus Sendirian Berhad. Both of the authors and companies has published many interesting books with various topics. Now, let's talk about The Man Who Moved the Mountain story. This is about an old man in China who lived in a village. The village was surrounded by mountains and one of the mountains stood between a big town nearby. The villagers used to sell groceries and clothing in that town. In the old days, the rich traveled by horses and carts. Meanwhile, the poor had to walk. After many years, everyone endured the hard journey and no one's ever think of making the journey easier until one day an old man decided to move the mountain away. When he told his neighbors about his plan, they laughed at him. They also called him Yi Gong, which means naive old man. But Yi Gong was not discouraged by what his neighbors called him. The next morning, he packed his stuff and went to the mountain. People must be confused. How did Yi Gong remove the mountain? Yes, he dig and dig to remove the soil on it. It was a really hard work, but he never gave up. Soon, the rainy season came. That year, it rained longer than usual. Rainwater flooded across the mountains, towns, and villages. But Yi Gong has never stopped his work because he thinks when the soil was wet, it was easier to dig. The townsfolk then complained to the king as their town that was badly flooded. The king then sent his general and an army of soldiers to help. They crossed the mountain to see what has caused the flood. They were puzzled to see Yi Gong who was digging in the rain. When Yi Gong told them about his plan, they laughed at him. They also out of the moon, the general thought that this was a good idea. So he ordered his soldiers to help Yi Gong. They raised banks of the rivers using the mountain soil. After some time, the mountain had slowly been removed and the Banks River has stopped the flood. All of this happened because Yi Gong was patient and persevered. The moral in this story is patience, preserve, and do not easily get discouraged will produce fantastic results. For me, however, We must know that there are people who support us and people who do not. For me, I would really recommend these books to other readers outside because this book has an really amazing storylines and covers with beautiful colors. That's all for me. Thank you. Bye.